Hey, what's up, guys? What's up? Sorry for the delay. Just starting the stream up. I'm just double checking if everything is live and if everything is moving. And then we move on and see what's going on. So far everything seems to be okay. We seem to be live on here. Let me just check this. Double check this. Yes, we seem to be live. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pause this because I don't need to watch this. Just double checking how many people are on the stream and everything. So if you're here, just give me a nice little hi, and that would be good enough. I will know you're here. Let me know if you're on the stream. We're gonna wait, give it 5 minutes or something, and let's see what happens. Right. Let me just write something. Let me bring this out a little bit. Post this. So. Oh, who's on the chat? Who's on the chat? Anybody here? I'm gonna start this off as soon as you guys are here, and we move on from there. Do this. Yes, bro, I see you. Thank you very much for jumping in. Okay, so just want to get the stream sorted. When everything is sorted, we're gonna be on it. Right, so all of this is good. Don't know what's gonna happen when I skip that, but I'll leave that for now anyway. I'm gonna move straight into the content so we can see what's going on. Right. Do you want to wait for a few more people, or do you have some questions or anything you want me to to talk about today? I mean, I know the title is doomsday, and we are going to talk about the doomsday. Definitely going to talk about the doomsday because there's funny things on the charts. I mean, I don't know how many people actually sit down and watch my videos to the end, and I know I could be a pain in the butt sometimes because I don't really I mean, when I tried, like yesterday's stream, by the way, yesterday the internet was down for everybody where I live. So there was some sort of a phone connection issue, which is why the stream actually died. So even though there was something on the title, Bitcoin's in danger, I was going to do it, but sadly my internet died, so I had zero internet, and I thought, leave it, I'll catch up today and talk about it today. So there's a lot going on, right? So one of the things that brother KR, he asked me today was, and I want to talk about this, right? So let's get rid of the chat. Let's come onto the main screen with the cursor. This is the current market status today, 1.2 trillion, right? Look at this, 1.2 trillion. I won't call it to the dollar, obviously, to the penny, right? But the point is this is something we were expecting, right? I want to show you loads of charts today, and what you're going to see in these charts is things I've been saying for some time now. You're going to see all of these, what I've been saying, and this is going to be insane, right? Because the thing is we've been expecting a dump for some time. We've been talking about how the price, what kind of a price we're expecting BTC come to, and we've been doing it for some time now, right? So just kind of, let's just go through this quickly, right? So we've got, obviously, this is Bitcoin. We've got Bitcoin here. Our volume is quite high, higher than yesterday, actually, funnily. Ethereum up as well also, and there are loads of other news going on. So that, for example, there was another crypto YouTube channel. So brother KR actually forwarded me a link regarding another crypto channel, and he was talking about how a $2.5 billion crypto dump happened. So I was a bit curious. He even shared the link to the video. I went on the video and I could see what he's talking about, but I had a problem. And I'm going to show you the exact same thing. So I followed exactly what he's doing. So I don't have an account with Crypto Quant. I even made an account just to go and see what's going on, right? Because this is the problem with some of these top level YouTube influencers. They don't actually give you the info that is relevant, or info that is with the complete honesty. Tell the people what you're showing them. Don't show them something and just give your opinion on it without showing them what the actual fact is. But what I'm going to do now, I'm going to start off with this, right? And I think it's going to be a really good one. I'm going to start off with this. There's been a lot more, so I've done a few other bits and bobs on this as well. So what he was talking about was how this particular spike here happened. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go back into the charts here, and we're going to go through the process together. So we're going to, look at the outflow, and then we're going to look at the specific exchange. So the exchange we want to know about is Coinbase Pro. This is what he pointed out. And what I did was, so I'm kind of nutty in that sense, right? So this is my dashboard, and I sat here and I said, let me do all exchanges. So I did, and let me get rid of this for example. I'll show you what I mean. So what we're looking for is this spike candle, right? You saw this long candle, right? So when we look at all of them, we can see this spike candle here. Fine. Okay, that's fine. We can see what's going on. So all exchange outflow mean, right? That's what we just saw. Nothing more, nothing, too dramatic here. This is what we're seeing, right? We can even zoom into this just to show you what I'm talking about, right? So we're looking at this specific area here, this particular candle here. So, this is the one we had massive. Okay, fine. No worries. We're good with this, right? But what we want to do is now go through all the exchanges and say, okay, fine. This is what we saw. So let's look at all the exchanges. What did all the exchanges? Right, so this is on another exchange, which is, so this is showing you the spot exchanges, which would be Coinbase, for example, right? Even Coinbase Pro, technically, because you can actually buy spot buy. So that would include that. It's all the exchange. Okay, fine. So he said, oh, this is the longest spike we've ever had. Actually, no, if you look back, look, dude, we had one in January 2021. Okay, anyway, let's leave that. Let's go into another exchange and say derivatives, right? Let's have a look at that and say what's going on here. Again, derivatives, nothing much. We had the longest one here back in May 2020. Okay, fair play. Let's keep on doing this until we find the one we want to, because the culprit, we need to look for the culprit. Nothing in Binance. We had the longest one in Binance was here. Was in December the 16th. Also, guys, if you're looking at this and you're saying, what is this 30K or 38K? That's how many Bitcoins, by the way. And that was the price of the Bitcoin. So this is the price. The black line is the price. And the orange line is what's the quantity of Bitcoin. Okay, so let's move over to the next one now that you understood this part. Let's go to Bitfinex. Have a look at Bitfinex. We're tracking all of them, basically. So nothing much on Bitfinex, pretty steady, nothing much, so let's not bother about this one. Let's go to the next one, Bitfly, and this kind of tracks all of the top exchanges, right? Technically, nothing much. So it's again boring, nothing much. Let's look at BitThumb. Let's see if BitThumb did anything, because the data can be confusing. Nothing much. Okay, just holding. So let's have a look at Bitfinex. We're doing this one by one so you understand what you're looking at, right? Outflow is when it goes up, so that's when we know. So here we've had a nice little outflow here. So BitMEX had a nice little outflow here, and I'll get into a lot more detail in a bit. So I'm just trying to take you through this so you can see on a daily nothing much happened here. But we're going to try and explain how this outflow also works, because there's a lot more you need to understand. By just looking at a graph and assuming something doesn't really help. So again here, nothing much, right? Because if we got a yin, we need to have a yang, right? You can't have a yin without a yang, so it's got to be yin yang, right? Similar like this, inflow and outflow go hand in hand, right? So you need to have inflow and outflow. You need to actually understand what's really going on, and we're going to talk about this, right? So this is Bittrex, nothing much. This is Bybit. Let's have a look at Bybit. Nice little spike here, nothing much, too much. So this is just during the dump. Nice little spike here. How many? It doesn't even show. It was just very minuscule. Outflow, no, I don't know. Not much here. Just 1.227, whatever that is. Let's not have a look at this. Let's go to Coinbase Pro, the culprit, the one that he showed on the video, right? And bam, you get to see it. So let's do this, right? So we've got this big bam here, big inflow here. We can use either one of these Let's have a look and see which one you prefer. Do you want the right one or do you want the left one? Please let me know in the chat if you want the left one or the right one. Which one do you want to see? The Coinbase Pro outflow. Do you want the mean or do you just want the outflow? Let me know in the comments and in the chat basically, and we'll move forward with that. Hey, I'm waiting, bro. I'm asking you. Have a look. Say anything. I'm waiting for him to reply. He's on the live chat. Waiting for him to reply. Yes. Give you 10 more seconds and then I'm going to pick one myself. Okay, brother's probably distracted. God knows where he is. Okay, let me just go into the one and I'll choose one myself, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this one here. Okay, there's a reason, and it doesn't matter. I mean, there is no reason. I can choose either. I know I can do this both for you, but let's just choose this particular one here, right? So the culprit here in the video was that, look, we've had this particular spike here, forgetting that we had a bigger spike here. Okay, we had a bigger spike here. So when you're looking at how many, it tells you 63,000 Bitcoin here, 63,000 Bitcoin. That's what it's telling you. Here it's telling you 51,000 Bitcoin, 51,000.3, 51.3. I'll just call it 51K, right? How about 51K? Let's just call it 51K. So what I did there, I said, okay, if it's 51K, let me go and do some bits and bobs. So I had to do a bit of bob. Ignore what you're seeing here. So let's do 51K, right? We did 51,000. That's not 2.5. So that's when I had a bit of a problem. I'm like, well, that's not 2.5. Something else is going on. Well, he said 2.5. Where is the 2.5? I'm on the same chart. I just don't see a 2.5, right? For this particular one here, I don't see a 2.5. Then I said, okay, I have another problem. Again, this is a common problem that a lot of the guys have, right? Where he's, you know, look, I have bare respect for YouTubers, they're trying hard and this and that. But dudes, come on, man, give them some real data. So if we zoom into this, what do we see? This was on the 17th of July. Outflow, 17th of July. So if someone has dumped already, but outflow doesn't mean dump, right? So what does an outflow really mean? It means that on an exchange, somebody withdrew that money. That's all it means. The on-chain data confirmed this was withdrawn. Obviously, you might say, well, you know, this brother, he just said there was a big $2.5 billion dump. Okay, fine. We're going to look at it. We're going to look at it in more detail, right? We're going to look at it in more detail, but this is obviously, as you can see, this is up to the 19th. Today candle hasn't completed yet, so we don't really know what's going on today. So what do we do when we don't know what we have today? Well, we can usually just jump into a chart and see what the chart says, and we'll come back into this chart in a bit, right? So let's stick around here and say, okay, this is what we're seeing, outflow mean, this is what it is, you know, this is the data. And again, let's zoom into all of this. So this is entire history. Let's zoom into all of this and let's see the biggest. Oh, by the way, let me just go back one second. How do you go back again? Hold on, let me go back here again 1 second. I hate these charts because some of these ones, let me go back in here. I want to show you this, right? So this is on an hourly. So I wanted to show you all the data here. That's why. So this, as you can see here, this is the 19th June, right? This candle here is the 30th June. This is the July. So we're in July anyway. So let's zoom into this July month, right? Let's zoom into this July month. Then let's find the biggest candle ever, $2.5 billion on the chart and explain it properly, right? So this is the 12th June and this is the 13th June. This is the 13th and the 13th here again, July, right? 13th July, sorry, July. Let's have a look at daily. Let's see if we can get something on the daily. Okay, we've got the longest one here on the daily. I think I probably zoomed in on the long one. But let's do this. So what we've got here, we've got 238,000 on the 17th. Hold on. Oh, I thought we had $2.5 billion, 238,000. Okay, let's do this here. Let's just be fair with the brother. 238. Oops, that looks more like 7 billion. If I'm correct, that should be 7 billion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7 billion. That was 7 billion. So what's the problem here? I mean, has anyone even realized what the problem is? This isn't one individual. This is the entire exchange. This is the entire exchange. And this is only showing you an outflow, not a sell. This is somebody sending from Coinbase's wallet to somebody else's wallet. That's all this was. Nothing more. You know, let's stick on this same day, right? So on the 17th, let's stick on this same day. Let's go back. Let's get rid of this. Go back here. Now we're going to do something different. We're going to say, okay, we found Coinbase. We found the outflow. How about if we look at the inflow? Let's have a look at this. Let's have a peek at this. Oops. What did we just see here? This is inflow, by the way. This is just inflow. Right, so we've got outflow and we've got inflow. So what just happened here? I mean, something's not right here, right? Because you've got same day, 79,000, almost 80,000 Bitcoin entered the same day. I mean, hold on. We've got outflow, inflow, outflow, inflow. You know, okay, to be fair, let's change this one and let's create another one here. Let's find another one and let's do just an outflow, not with the mean. Let's just do one with the normal stuff, right? With the normal outflow, just in case you guys think I'm not being fair here. Let's do this and let's zoom into this, right? Let's be fair with all of this, right? Let's be fair with all of this. Let's zoom into this, right? There you go. 51k outflow, 80k inflow. Right? Does that make any sense to you? So we had 80,000 Bitcoin coming in, and we had 50 something thousand going out. But that's not one person. Got a problem here, right? Now, in order to understand, obviously this chart, as you can see, this is why I don't use companies like Crypto Content. They might be all right. They're trying the best on, on Twitter and whatnot and this and that. But look, this is, what does this chart say? Is there any explanation? Nothing. So what I did when I said, you know what, I'm just going to go to Glassnode. At least Glassnode explains better. When we're looking at outflow or inflow, you know what it means? I'll tell you. Glassnode will describe it to you. And they said the total amount of coins transferred from exchange addresses. Note that exchange metrics are based on our labeled data of exchange addresses that we constantly keep updating, as well as data science techniques and statistical information that change over time. Therefore, those metrics are mutable. Right? The data is stable, but especially most recent data points are subject to slight fluctuations as time progresses. So what we're looking at here is a good brief description of what it means. This is just an exchange address. This is the inflow into Coinbase. What does one person, one whale with $2.5 billion have to do with this? Because if we did have that, we would have had that breaking news already. We didn't have that. Also, in case any one of you forgot, I'm on Whale Watch. I don't follow, what's his name, Crypto Quant for Whale Watch. I follow the Whale Watch, right? So every time there's a transaction, I can see it. And there was no $2.5 billion transaction today. Why? Because it was not one individual. It was actually exchanges, money coming into the exchange, money going out. Now, maybe the institutions, you know, they could be institutions, but definitely we can't take every single data and use that, you know, in a video or whatever and give everybody a complete wrong idea. This is not one person, people, please. This is not one person. And the thing is, you're talking about it today, my friend. Today is here, by the way. We haven't closed today. This is from the 17th. Get your facts correct. That's all I wanted to say, basically, because the thing is, you know, some of these things really, okay, some of these things are obviously kind of insane, right? So people look at the candles and everything, and you need to really dig deep, because as soon as brother said it to me, I literally went online straight away. I sat down with my computer and I'm searching the whole internet. I'm searching on chain, everyone. I'm like, where is this? Where is this? I don't see anything. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So then he sends me a link and I go on the link and all I see is him showing a candle in Crypto Quant. And I'm thinking, seriously? Out of all the places, you're going to show me Crypto Quant? Okay, fine. But you're not explaining to your viewers, your 300 or 400,000 viewers, what this is. You're not telling them that this is the inflow of the total exchange volume, nothing to do with an independent individual. An individual can only be tracked on the blockchain, right? So let's move into this. Let's try and see how you can track an individual. How about this, right? So while we're on the subject, so what we're going to do, we're going to go here. Number one, we're on CoinMarketCap. We're going to go to Bitcoin, right? Now we're in Bitcoin. In Bitcoin, you see these tabs here: overview, market, historical data, hodlers, wallets, news, socials, ratings, analytics, price estimates. Well, we've got everything here, right? Okay, let's do this. Let's stay here and let's say we're going to look at this, and we're going to see, first of all, we're going to see what the trading view says to us. Okay, so this is what TradingView is telling us. This is tracking it from Binance, obviously, because CoinMarketCap is owned by Binance now. But forget all of those things. We look at all of this historical data, everything. We don't need none of that business, right? We can see the volume. So today we can see Bitcoin markets, the volume, where all the volume is, where all the highest volume is, right? So this is where all the highest volume is going on right now. We can see that. Oh, look, okay, we have a problem here. We have a big problem here. Coinbase Exchange. Hold on, what was the volume here? 2.5 billion, I heard. Sorry, no, I see 5.19. Where the hell is the 2 billion gone? We don't see it, guys. Where's the 2 billion gone? I mean, if someone said 1.7, I would have believed it was Binance. But where's the 2 billion gone? Someone had to dump it, right? And if they dumped it, it would show up in the volume. So say, for example, someone buys $500 million worth of BTC, and someone dumps $2.5 billion. This would show up as $3 billion worth of volume because it's the total volume. We don't see anything here. We still see 1.7 billion here. This is where more action has been taking place. Huobi's done better than Coinbase with $2.5 billion dump. Huobi's volume is much better. Because the volume, it doesn't matter about positive or negative, it's the total volume. Does that make any sense to you? Right, let's go back into this and have a look at other data points, right? So we got this DARMs and this, that. My God, some people. So again, this is the kind of stuff I'm trying to keep you guys away, because this is just noise. You know, this is just pure noise. I'll show you what we've been talking. Sorry, guys, my leg is hurting. I've actually not been well. After I've had my second dose of the COVID-19 thingy, I've been kind of messed up. I'm not joking. So aches and pains everywhere, basically. But other than that, I'm just keeping up with stuff, right? So yeah, so market. So we can see on the market, the top exchange today, Binance, Huobi, Coinbase Exchange. You can see that. We can see the total number of volume. That's the key, volume, because this is the volume that we count when we go back to the market. And we'll go back to the market just to show you. Actually, I'll just do it right now. Let's just do it here. So when you're looking at the total volume, 24-hour volume, this is every single exchange listed here, 382 exchange combined together, showing you 22 billion 969 million volume today. And then when we go back into Bitcoin and when we go back into market, we can see which exchange did how much, right? So we can see that within last 24 hours, Binance did 1.7 billion. They did 564, which is half a billion, just over half a billion. They did over half a billion. Combined together, all three of them is 2.7 billion, right? Or 2.8, you could say. But that's what I'm trying to say here. So to understand the numbers, the facts, right? We're looking at the facts, nothing else, just the facts. So then we want to look at historical data. That's fine. Let's have a look at historical data. Well, historical data on the 19th, right? That was the volume. On the 18th, that was the volume. On the 17th, that was the volume. We don't really see much of a difference between the 17th and the 18th, because that's when we had the inflow. Just because it was deposited to Coinbase, it doesn't mean it was bought or sold. It just went in, so it didn't even show up here. It wasn't even part of the trade. It didn't show up here. Right? So, does that make any sense to you? Right? Nothing showed up here. We know it came in the 17th. Where is it? You know, if it was dumb, then it should have impacted this. Well, it didn't. What's going on here, right? So that's the kind of stuff, because remember, this is the billion number, this is the million number, right? So if we took 2 billion out of this, then this should be 16, right? You know, again, I can sit here and show you more crazy stuff and you're just gonna laugh your head up. However, you want to know who all the whales are? It's not a problem, don't worry. CoinMarketCap has you covered. Every single top-notch whale addresses are here. You can copy this whale address, put it onto the block explorer, and actually find who these people are. You can see if they're an exchange, you can see if they're an individual, you can see everything. You can see absolutely everything. You can see who owns what. Probably Michael Saylor's here as well somewhere. And it gets even deeper. If you want to go even more further, you can actually see a lot more. Okay, so that's that. No worries, bro. I can see your message. Actually, you know what? You don't realize this because I don't know if you see my screen swipe up. I can actually see, you said here, I'm so glad you covered that. Wow, I can actually see your chat. So I've got it in a different way where I can pop into the chat a little later. So there's a way of me doing it. Every time you see the screen kind of do a little swipe, that's when I'm looking at the chat. So don't worry, I'm keeping a tab on the chat. But anyway, so that's what it is. So you can actually see, you know, the top balances, right? You can see that. So, you know, we're going to need, for example, if the whale dumped 80,000, that would be this guy, right? Look, he's got 80,000. Maybe it's this guy. Maybe this guy decided to dump, or maybe this guy actually bought it. We don't know, but think about it. That's the whale, 80,000. Okay, maybe this guy decided to dump his 80,000. Well, then we should see his number change. So we can again go to the blockchain and track these guys if they've sold it. Because now we know that this guy it's not possible. 69,000 BTC guy, it's not possible dumping 80,000 BTC. So it would have to be somebody above this guy. It wouldn't be this guy either. So it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 culprits that we can actually go into and look at the data. It's beautiful. We can track these people and check it. How about this? We do this live. Do you know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. Blockchain, right? Let's go into the blockchain and let's actually track these 6 people because we know who they are. I don't want to log in. I just want to check. Let me check the block explorer. I don't want to go here. What's wrong with you? Search for blocks and transactions. Now that's where we want to go. So we're doing this live, guys. We're going to track these guys. We're going to see which one of these crooks decided to dump the whole market. How about that, right? We're going to do some proper, what's it called? What's his name? You know, the guy who does Sherlock Holmes, right? We're doing some Sherlock Holmes business here. There are 2 blockchains with the results. So obviously this is a Bitcoin one, right? So we're going to see how many transactions he's done, right? We can see his transaction. Let's have a look and see what was the most recent transaction he did, right? When was this? Let's have a look and see if we can find date. I don't see it. Hang on here. Let's have a look and see how many he sent. Got a problem here. 80,000 Bitcoin. So let's skip this guy. Let's find another one, right? How about this? Because this one just failed us. We just failed ourselves with the first one. So this fella here, he's not bothered with this 299,000. Let's have a look at what this guy likes to do. We're doing this live, guys. We're tracking. We're doing some Sherlock Holmes business here on the actual live stream to see what's going on. So we know he's got a bet32. Okay, that's fine. He's got a slightly different. When was this one? 15th. So he did it on the 15th. And he only did, right? So the total was, so there was something going on. He had 23,200 Bitcoin, which he sent out, and he entered somewhere, which is 8,000 something and 15,000. So this calculates the total thing. Again, where is his, the current most recent one? I don't see it. Again, we've got a problem here. We've got a problem here as well, right? So that, again, same issue. Don't have our 80,000 culprit. Right, let's go and find a third one. Let's see if this guy did it, because this guy could have easily had more than that Bitcoin, right? I can do a lot more deeper, but I'm just keeping it nice and sweet and quick for you. We can go deeper and see exactly how many Bitcoin this person ever owned, the total amount, everything, right? We could check this guy everywhere. So we know that's the total amount of Bitcoin he ever received. This is the total amount he ever sent. He ever sent 63,000. So do you want to go into these dates? I mean, if you do, we can look today. That's what he did today. On the 19th. That's what he did on the 19th. 18th. Okay, fine. Let's find 17th. Nope. We're still on the 18th. This guy likes to do mini transactions. 18th. He did 100 Bitcoin. 100. Not 100,000, by the way. That's 100 Bitcoin. Okay, 38 Bitcoin. What's going on? 198 Bitcoin. Okay, I think we've gone too far now. Again, this isn't our culprit. Because remember, he's only done total 63,000 in his entire lifetime. Okay, let's go and find the fourth one. because these now we've come down. We've got about 3. We'll even give this one the benefit of the doubt, right? Let's do this on the live, right? Let's copy the next one. Let's test him out. Conspiracy. So this guy's sent a lot, 191,200 and something. Wow. So this is today, by the way. This is today. So today he did 2,800 BTC and 900. So just over 3,000 BTC, 3,700 BTC. So what's he done? 500, whatever. How many did he send in total? 3,000. Okay, 3,000. Fine, we'll accept that. So 20th, 3,000. He's got another transaction here. So he's got another 3,000 here. This is on the 20th. So this is today, right? So we're looking at the today. We're calculating what he's got. So he's sent. So this is from his wallet, sent out. So minus, right? So minus. Let's calculate this guy. This guy looks interesting. 3,700, 2,300. Let's add these together. Say about 7,000 here, 7,000. 7,000, say about 9,000, say about 10,000 coins. So this fella did 10,000 coins today. That's today's date, right? So you can see specific different times when these happened. You can see the different times. So he done 10,000 coins. Again, we're kind of short of our 80,000. So he received this on the 19th. Few satoshis. Get that. This is a big fella. 17th, how many did he do? 2,000. Okay, 17th, he outputted 2,000 on the 17th. So let's have a look at this, how many he did. 17th, right? Well, that was it. Oh, just 2,000, because this is on the 15th now. Again, this guy's not our culprit. Very interesting. We got very close. You know, you never know. We're going to do this on the live. By the way, I haven't pre-prepped anything. I'm going freestyle. I don't know if you know. I do freestyle only. I don't do pre-preps, right? So this is going to be insane. Right, if we find this, let's find this geezer. Let's see if we can hunt him down and see what's going on. Right, let's have a look at this. Let's see what this guy's got. Let's have a look at his address. Is there any point? So this guy's a hodler. He's got 94,000 Bitcoin. He's only ever sent 0.7. I'm not even going to bother looking at this guy, guys. That's all right with you. I'm not going to bother. And also, you can see the last time he transacted was back in June. Right, so again, there's no point looking at this guy. This guy's a fresh wallet, by the way. I can tell. This is a fresh hodler. Could be Michael Saylor, by the way. I don't know. Yeah, it could be Michael Saylor. We could track him, but that's the point. So right now you can see he's just basically a very small amount. He's just sent. This is probably fee. It looks like more like fee, transaction fee. So could be Michael Saylor. You never know, because these are big boys, right? So let's have a look at another one. The 85,000 guy. Come on. All right, let's have a look at the 85,000 guy and see if this guy was the culprit. And guys, we can spend all day finding these guys, so we can see again. Look, let's just cut the long story short. This guy sent total 67,000, and the last time he transacted was over there as well. So we're getting closer, and as you can see, this is the kind of situation. I mean, we can do this all day long. Let's do one last one. We were going to check. We were going to give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt, because the thing is what you need to understand is a lot of these information that you get, I mean, they're not backed by facts. And this is what, I mean, if it's your own opinion, just say so. It's your opinion. Here you go. Total received 79,957. Total sent 0. This guy's never sent a single Bitcoin. This could be Elon Musk. I like it. Do you know what I mean? So again, I've just shown you the facts in the charts, facts in the actual data. We've got all the data here. I mean, you can go through if you want. Remember, it's on Coinbase. It's on CoinMarketCap. I can go through the rest of them if you want. But the point I'm trying to say here is, look, guys, use facts. Please use facts. There's a lot of facts out there that we need to be looking at. We shouldn't be just jumping on board of something like this, right, without actually looking at the facts. You know, the facts are there for us. I mean, all of these tools, they're for us to use. Right, that's what it is. These tools are there for us to use. So yeah, I mean, this is the market, right? But let's look at more in detail what we were going to show you, right? What we were going to do. I'm going to ignore all of these because we don't need to know about all of this stuff. So this is Coinbase, basically. This is the chart I was going to talk about. So this is Coinbase Pro chart, right? BTC USDC, because remember, on Coinbase, I think they have a USDT pair. I'll have a look at it anyway. So what do we see? We see dates, right? We start looking at dates. We see these dates coming in, right? And we go back and we see, okay, if there was a buy or sell, we should be able to track it on this. So we got on balance volume. So this means the balance they have, the amount of volume increase on balance. We can see this. So here you can see on the 17th, the on balance volume increase. Confirmation is this candle, telling us that yes, the volume is confirming that there was an on balance. Now this could be a buy. So obviously this candle volume here would show a buy. This will only show on balance, means the exchange balance increased. All right. And there was probably a buy order here. That's what this is showing. Here it's showing us the exchange balance left, and there probably was a sell order here, right, where someone basically lost money or whatever. We can see this kind of stuff. Coming into today, we can see that in the night, so this is just after the reset. Remember, we reset at this particular candle. Just after the reset, we had 1, 2, 3 hours of dumping. But that's not an individual. This is the entire exchange. This happened within the entire exchange, to the point where not even entire exchange, this volume is probably not even only showing this exchange, it could be the entire thing. So this is another thing you have to understand. It could be everybody. So let's see if it confirms this, right? Let's go into this chart and let's activate volume here. Let's see volume. Let's see what volume says to us. Is it showing the same data? We're on the daily. Yes, that's fine. We're on the daily. What is this? It's also the daily. No, this is the hourly. So my bad. Sorry, I was on the hourly. So we see this and we look at this. And yeah, so this is everybody. This is the volume for everybody. This is the global volume. That's what we're seeing. So we just confirmed this again. So this is not one exchange balance, or possibly could be. I mean, yeah, it could be one exchange balance, but then the pattern is too similar. If you look carefully, some of these patterns, they just look too similar. So it's just probably action happening everywhere. I mean, yeah, I mean that could be a possibility. Could be a possibility. But again, I'm going back into that 17th. Back into that 17th. I don't see anything on that 17th. This is the thing. I don't see anything on that 17th. So I don't want to really talk about it anymore. As he says, just mention his name for a bit. He says everybody's George. That's all I'll say. He says everybody's George, and of course he is George. I'm just going to leave it there. Look, I'm not here to make fun of people. I'm just here to give you facts on the charts, nothing more. I don't want to waste my time doing research and whatnot on other stuff. It's completely pointless and baseless. Well, let's get into our stuff today, right? And also, I want to double check if there's any other. What is this? Cancel. Let's have a look and see if we've got anything else. So, is there any more questions, my brother? Any more questions? If not, then I'm going to jump into some of my own charts. Stuff I make, stuff that people don't show to me on somebody else's stuff that I draw, I put my manual labor in, right? I'm going to show you some of that stuff today, right? Let's go in there. So if there's any question, I'll tell you what, if there is a question, just throw it onto WhatsApp. So let's do this, right? So now I've got my chat and everything kind of moved away in the background, and we are going to look at my charts, my hard work. And I want to show you some crazy, insane stuff. So anybody who's been following this channel knows you know, how I like to kind of draw my own specific, very unique pattern, which actually kind of is like a predictive model pattern. So I usually take the high, take the low, and I draw a specific pattern based on Fibonacci levels, and it gives me this. And whenever it gives me this based on those Fibonacci, right, I end up figuring out where we're going to expect the dump to go. So I did mention that we're going to come to these lines. And if you look carefully, who's trying to call me? Bro, don't call me now. You can see that we predicted the market will come down to a specific level, and it did come down, right? So this is just what we're saying. We predicted that this line here, and this is what I'm trying to say here. So when we drew this channel, see, when we drew this big channel here, this whole channel here, this was our range. So, you know, normally people like to draw boxes like this, right? You know, oh, this is my range. Of course, this is, but it's actually slightly less accurate. I also use them, but I found them to be slightly less accurate than thing. So what I do is, rather than putting a range like this, I want a more accurate range. And my accurate range usually works like this, which means it will have an actual resistance point on a diagonal basis. So that way, you know that if the market is trending down, what is it actually finding resistance against? And this was the resistance, right? We need to break these resistance levels in order for us to get the new high. That's what we need to do. We need to break these resistance level, break every one of these top candles in order for us to go to the next level. And of course, when you put a Fibonacci to it, you can see that the Fibonacci also gives us confidence on this. Fibonacci tells us exactly what needs to happen. It's the same thing. We need to break above these and go above these Fibonacci levels, right? So that's what it is. Let's have a look. I've got a message. Let's have a look at this message. Let's see. People talk about a fast dump. Will it be like that or will it be slow? Apparently MRI buy signal tomorrow. Thoughts, bro? Tomorrow could drop to 25k or not? Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there. So just hold tight. I'm getting to the 25k. I'm getting to the 25k. Today's going to be like one of those videos where I'm going to open up the charts. There's nothing on it, and then I'm going to just activate my little button. So just to give you guys a booster and reminder that look, I've talked about it. So anyway, let's go back to this, right? So this is what we were expecting for the market to do. And obviously, if you watch my video right to the end, any one of my videos, I might be insane. People don't like me. In fact, one person came and just said, only comment he gave, and I thanked him for the comment anyway. He said, BS channel, love it, great, thank you. Please like, share, subscribe, comment, smash that like button, or if you hate it, dislike the button. I don't care. I'm gonna give you my opinion. I'm going to tell you what I think, what I feel, what I see on my own charts. These are not computer generated charts. There is not a single indicator here. These are my charts. This is what I've built myself. I've been working on for months. You know, some of them weeks, some of them months, right? A very, very long time. Of course, I adjust them every now and then. These are my handmade charts. So if you don't understand it, and if you think it's OBS, adios, my amigos. Can't help you. But I can tell you this much, you come back one day, anybody who's watching this and who has a little, even a slightest doubt, you'd come back to me one day and say, he did say so. That's all I need. I don't need anything, guys. Listen, I don't want your money. I don't want anything. All I asked for was a like, share, and subscribe. How hard is that? I mean, you want someone to basically give you information. I know a lot of people love entertaining, and I'm not an entertaining guy. I don't sound all hyped up and all frenzied up. Oh, I was running through the jungle. I got chased by a gorilla and actually I saw something on the Bitcoin chart. I won't do that. What the hell is wrong with you people? Right? I won't do that. I'm not here to take your money, right, by getting you to leverage trade and lose your money. I'm not here to show you a $5 million Bitcoin, right? The guys who are doing that are doing it because they're getting paid to do so, and they're getting paid from your losses. Anyway, so yeah. As the message says, like, share, subscribe, smash that like button, and let's go to the next part, right? So this was the total market cap, obviously, we're looking at. We did expect it to go to the 1.2 trillion, and it did that, and it dropped below. And we also have a mark here, which is the 1.12 trillion, which was final, before we jump up. Also, another thing a lot of people didn't realize is from where we are to where we are right now, from this level here. So think about this as your Fibonacci 0.1 in here. Currently, we're actually exactly 50% below the kind of the Fibonacci lines, right? So that is actually kind of dangerous. In fact, we've just lost $1 trillion. So you have to understand there's $1 trillion that left from the market cap. It's not going to be easy for us to get $1 trillion back into the market cap. So technically, this is more like a doomsday scenario. And what you've said there, I'll talk about it, like how it goes fast. I'll talk about it and you'll understand a little bit more. So here we've got the, this is just the BTC, Bitcoin dominance, nothing more, just a dominance, right? And we can see that the dominance, I mean, we did have a lovely little drop, and this would give us the altcoin seed. And what the dominance has been doing is gradually been picking up and creating these higher lows and everything, and higher highs, right? So technically, like higher highs and mostly higher lows, it's been creating. That's what it's been doing. So it is going back up again. When BTC goes back up, when the market dumps, I'll tell you what's going to happen. So you know, when you're talking about this fast dump, of course it's going to be a fast dump. If Bitcoin today decides to go to 20k, 25k, I can tell you this: every other altcoin is going to be slaughtered. And when they get slaughtered, you're going to see BTC dominance shoot bang all the way up to back to here, probably up to 70 again. Who's in control? Here, BTC is in control. When we're here, do you know what it is? It's a bear market. When you see BTC dominance going back to 70%, and BTC price dropping, dominance up here, Don't get too excited. That's a bear market. That's a confirmation of a bear market, nothing more. That means all your alts, you're going to be sitting and holding those bags for a few more months, a few more years probably, right? Possibly even 2-3 years. So here I've activated my drawings. And what do we see here? Pretty amazing, right? What do we see here? We see that we're following this trend line. We see that this line here, and we talked about it, is always our resistance. It seems we do not want to go above this particular line. But if you look carefully, we're coming to that convergence point. We're coming into that convergence point where we could either have one of two scenarios. One, the market says, right, that's it. This is going to be a bear market. And go back down here. Sorry, other way. This is going to be a bear market and we go up here. Or the other one, this is going to stay as a bull run and we're going to stay within this zone. So this is what we're going to see with the Bitcoin dominance, right? So dominance, if the dominance goes up to the 60-70%, of course, we're going to be in a bear market, but there's actually a better news about this as well. A lot of focus will go off. Understand what I'm about to say. Currently, there's a lot of focus on DeFi. So what does DeFi require? Well, altcoins. DeFi doesn't work with Bitcoin. You have to convert it to a wrapped Bitcoin in order to transact with the altcoin DeFi system. So DeFi, right, relies on alts. If BTC goes back to 70% dominance and all the altcoins go down, guess what's going to happen, right? Those, alts are going to get annihilated. Bitcoin money would start moving back into Bitcoin. Bitcoin will hold the market and move money. So people are going to hedge their alts with their Bitcoin. Does that make any sense, right? That's what they're going to be doing. So Bitcoin, will have to lead the market again, just like it did back in 2020, just like it did back in 2017, just like it did back every other time. I mean, even before all of these 10,000 scams and shitcoins came out, right? That's what's going to happen. So understand this. This is all I wanted to say. Just understand this, right? So altcoins will dump if BTC dominance goes back up. Every single altcoins, we know that we're going to be in a bear market at that very time. It's not a bull market; it's a bear market, and the bear market then has to be carried by Bitcoin. Bitcoin has to lead. It's the king. It will have to lead, right? So that's going to be goodbye to, as soon as we go above this line, goodbye to altcoin season, hello Bitcoin season, and Bitcoin will go back to 60-70% dominance level around here. And when it does, we know we're in a bear market because every single altcoin is just destroyed, right? So understand this. So that's why you shouldn't be diversifying too much into too many coins, unless you can do risk management, or if you've already bought it and you've taken your profits out and you're holding, you're taking your initial out and you're holding with your profit or something like this. It's a different story. Okay, let's go into another chart now. Enough of this particular one. Let's go into another chart. So this is my other chart that I've been showing this to you guys for some time now, and we were looking at loads of different. I mean, this is my imaginary line. Everyone knows about this. This is my imaginary line. However, these boxes here are not my imaginary lines. These are actual drawings that I've made. And looking at them again, what do you see? You see the fact that basically we find resistance on these top channels and we find support currently. So we broke out of the channel. We find support in these bottom lower channels. There's a short term, medium term, long term. Currently, we're just holding above this medium term and this short term technically, because they're both actually converging. And also what I'm going to do in a later future, I'm going to extend these, because remember, we are expecting these 25k to 22k range, right? So when I'm talking about Bitcoin doomsday, right, there's actually a lot more, and I'm going to show it to you on another chart. There's actually a lot more going on here. I also just wanted to show you like the money flow and everything, what we're talking about, right? Again, everything, you talked about money flow. Let's MRI is kind of similar. Now the thing is with MRI is the person who created it, Tom Vase, he has the Bitcoin's MRI one. Number one, it's not free. That's fine. Number two, only he bloody understands how it works. So there's a problem. I've watched some of his videos and I have no idea what the hell that is doing. But I can tell you one thing, if I knew how it works, I can build one myself. I don't need his one. I have no idea what he's doing. And he's actually, so his MRI actually is a predictive model. So what it does is actually predicts if the market is going to go bearish or if the market is going to go bullish. But I've done it without his MRI. So I just don't understand, why do we need an MRI for this? Right. Let's look at this anyway. here we can see that we had a bullish divergence which got broken down, right? So this is the RSI level here, right? So this is the MFI, money flow indicator. So we can see the money is flowing out, right? We can see money is not buying anything, money is flowing out. People kind of, maybe some people just dumped here. We can see this here, but that's all we can see. We can see RSI dropped, right? But actually the RSI is still kind of bullish in some sense, or it's still kind of holding. It's coming into that zone. You see this particular zone here. We forget the pink line here, the RSI. When the blue line comes here, this is when the market will take its time and it will reverse. That's where we're coming into. So, you know, I'm going to show you a few more charts here just so you can understand what's going on, right? You know, you'll understand all of this once you see everything. Also here, I've got the log chart. Yeah, I had the log charts here as well. And you can see exactly where we've basically found support, right? Bang on the line, bang on the line. But the line's not over. So we still got 2-3 more fibs left here for us to come here. So this, as I said a long time ago, I've said this, I said this is not going to be a simple one. This is going to be quite a bit, and there's more. So let me show you the chart and you'll understand a little bit more here as well. So here's another chart. This is my BLX chart. You guys seen this from the beginning of the channel. You guys seen the BLX chart, and I've always just kind of built on it, worked on it. But I did something recently for you guys on a video. I did it and I left it. I never touched the BLX after that. I'll just show you quickly. Bam. I left it there. And I wrote something. You can go and see the video if you want. I wrote something. I wrote this in a box, mathematically calculated, and I expected this. This is what I said. How insane is that? This is what I said. I'm just going to leave it with you. I want you guys to soak this in. You know, we made this video some time ago. You know, a few weeks ago, I think, you know, if not, maybe even a week ago or something. I don't know when we made this, but we made this video. And I wrote this. And I left it there. I wrote and I left it there. And I said that expect us to do something. And I'm just going to show it to you. Because this is a moment you just got to be like, okay, fine. This is what I said. This is the range. This is where we're going to come into. This is what we're going to do. We just found support exactly on that level. Exactly on that level. But that's not over. Remember, it's not over. Because we still have our 25. And the fibs are still telling us our 21.5. Which is almost close to the 22. We have that. We still have our previous market high. What we're expecting. Where the market should bounce. We're still expecting this. But the point is I made a prediction here. And I said, expect the dump to be over on the 19th. And that was yesterday, or that was the last candle here. That was the last candle, right? So pretty insane, right? Pretty insane. I made it. I put a date there. Is this it? Is this the end of the dump? Does this mean the accumulation phase is over, or does this mean that we should be now continuing further? Because I wrote this. This is my statement. Dump expected to be over on 19th of July. But hold on, this doesn't agree with this. This said reversal expected on 18th October. So what am I saying here? Am I saying the dump is over? Yes. What am I saying from here, this particular July moment, all the way to October, right? What am I expecting here right now? I'm expecting massive accumulation. The biggest, most severe dump we ever had was here. This was the dump we had. This is not a dump. This is just people accumulating. This is when you're going to be caught out. Anybody who hasn't sold around these dumping levels here, and you held, and you think now the market's going to dump and you want to sell now, guess what? You're the biggest loser. You're the biggest loser. Because right now, we're going to accumulate until we get to this specific date, and then we're going to pump. That's what we're going to do, right? We're going to pump. So that's all I wanted to show you. I know a lot of you guys know me as a complete bull, right? But that's not the point. It's not me being a bull. This is a date I've left on a chart for you. I just went through my charts and I was like, wow, I still have it? Great. Then I'm going to have to show it to you. Also, the box, everything is still there. You can go and see the video. It's there. I'm on a live, so I can't link it. But the point is, it's still there, right? But let's move into another chart and talk about a little bit more on this one. See what this one shows. Actually, before I go into this one, I want to do something else on this one. I want to do this one, sell your house video. Remember, so this is the sell your house video. I want to show you the sell your house video. So this is what I was actually yesterday, the video cut out when I was about to do this. So on my video, previous videos, I may have had a different color, and it's just simple. I just set up a color. So this blue zone here, I normally just get rid of the blue zone, but leave that there for now. We're not going to keep this one, but just leave it there for now. So we'll go on the daily, and we can see how we've come in, and I talked about this particular area. I said from that point it will go down even further, and it will even go down up to this level here. Right, so we're expecting it to come down to this level here. Now, why did we expect that? Actually, yesterday's video, this is the exact time it jammed out and the internet died for some reason. So let me show you what we're talking about, right? So we're going to talk about this, and this is known as a black swan event. Obviously, this is something that nobody expects. This is a black swan event, but I want to see how many times we've had a black swan event. Right, so we can see if we had, I'm on Binance chart, so this might not show me the best data, but you know, I'm going to try to use as much as possible. Yeah, it won't show me all the best data, but what I'm trying to show you here is when we go into these red zones, right, or you know, we go below this median green line here. So remember this is what I'm trying to show here. If we ever go below this median green line, it's like quicksand. I told you it's like quicksand, right? So we start going down, 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 down. We might even have another black swan event because the stock markets are not doing really well. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the stock market. Like, for example, a lot of people are trying to do special acquisitions, something SPACs they call it, right? Where they like kind of how do you call this, they kind of bootstrap themselves with another existing stock market company and launch a crypto company that way. So that's what's going on. A lot of these big institutions are really interested in crypto companies, so they just do a SPACs and they launch the crypto. But what's happened is the stock market, people are just dumping. So when these companies go out, it's not bullish, they end up losing money. So now the SEC and everything's getting involved, and a lot of more FUD coming out, heavy FUD, by the way. Stock markets are having bigger FUD than actually us. So I think the stock market is going to have a massive crash at some point. And if we do see a crash, I could expect this to kind of blip down all the way down here. All right, we could even see this, and you'd see what number this is. This is a 13,500. I'm showing you a 13,500. So this is the worst case doomsday scenario. Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? That's the question, right? But this is the point you need to understand. When do you sell your house? Right, so this is not financial advice, but when do you sell your house? Remember, when we reverse, doesn't matter how low we go. So we come all the way down, we go all the way down here. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. What matters is the moment, and let me just check something. Give me a second. What matters is the moment we come back into this green line, right? Into this green line, and we go above this and we confirm above this. And everything else is pointing that the market wants to go up. Well, guess what? That's when you go, you sell your house, and boom, we shoot up. That's the point. I wanted to show you this, guys. This is the point, basically. What are we seeing here? Well, okay, it's another chart, another old chart. Very old chart. You know, again, we drew the wedge. Remember the wedge? The wedge. And you can see that the upward trend line that we've been trying to form, right? And this is our imaginary line. Remember, we have an imaginary triangle here, which we're hoping. But this imaginary line doesn't work. It's keep on kind of failing, so we'll leave that. Actually, you know what I'm going to do today? I'm going to take this imaginary line off because I know it kind of disturbs people. I'm going to take that off. Also, I'm going to take this one off as well because this was another one as well. What we're seeing is we're holding this wedge. This wedge is fully confirmed. We broke out of this wedge on the 4th of July, Independence Day, right? So we broke out of this. I mean, by the way, Independence Day, the movie was awesome. I'm not endorsing anybody here. I don't get paid by them, but the point is, it's an awesome movie. Love the Will Smith. Love the way he acted. Love the aliens. Happy days. But this is the situation, right? So we broke out, and then the bears tried to take control. And by the way, the bears have been in control. But remember, because we were in this box when we tried to break out, they were still in control. This is not a good point to be in. We needed to break out of this and move away as far as possible. Because we didn't do that, we stayed too close to the box. We got dragged in. All right, let me know what you're confused about. Give me a second. Just message me and let me know what you're confused about, and we talk about it. So obviously this is our wedge, and as you can see, we're holding this wedge. We're, even though the bears are in control, somehow the bulls are keeping them above this line. And we could follow, and remember I told you this as well, we could follow along and come into this level here. We talked about this particular level. Also, bro, anything you're confused about, what you need to understand, right? There's actually a funny fact about anything you get confused, right? Hey, Planet X, I have no idea why your message was restricted. Sorry, bro. I'm confused. It says dump to finish. What? Yes. Don't be too confused. We'll come back to this one, right? There's a big reason. You have to understand where I'm coming from. I'll explain to you, right? So just bear with me. By the way, Planet X, I don't know what you were trying to say, why your message was rejected. If you're trying, you know, welcome to the show. But if you're going to say something the system doesn't like, unfortunately, that's what it does. It would just kind of kick you off the chat. So let's move back into the chart, right? I'll explain. I'm going to go back to that video for UKR, just for you, bro. So what we're saying is we can expect this trend. Remember, trend is your friend until the end. So when we have a trend and we break out of that trend, and we've got two little trends here, right? So understand what I'm talking about. We've got this zone based on traffic, how much traffic we got here, and we can see that this is a heavy traffic zone where we need to break out of. We've got this trend line here, which is actually formed a wedge trend, right? So we know that these moves are explosive usually, but it doesn't mean it doesn't come down. It actually comes down a little bit, right? I'll talk about it, bro. Let me go through. I'll go through the message. Give me a second, right? So this is what we've got here. As you can see, we could enter this box, and if we do, obviously this is a doomsday scenario. Because what you have to understand is, and I'm going to answer this one later. So. Sorry, I'm trying to do messages and everything at the same time. So yeah, we can expect this particular range, right? So let's quickly move through the other ones. As you can see, these lines, they just all holding, right? Every one of my chart, I've actually kept the drawings off. Now, this is actually a different chart. This is actually Bitcoin longs. I wanted to check, and the longs are high. I mean, the bulls are out. They are definitely, they're loving their longs, right? They're loving their longs. It's just insane how many longs they're loving. Where is the other one? Let me see if I can find shorts. I want to show you this. Insane what I'm seeing. Yeah, shorts. This is shorts. This is shorts. Shorts getting destroyed. This is shorts, right? And then you got the longs here. These are the longs. I mean, you can see what's happening here, right? You know, the bulls are out. I'm telling you, the bulls are out. You just don't see it. The bulls are out. Obviously, there's heavy manipulation and whatnot. I just wanted to kind of throw this in there just to show you. This is a very, very old chart, and I drew this some time ago, and we talked about it, and we said, look, we could expect to come back down here. If we're bullish, then we need to go above these lines. We're kind of bouncing here. This is where we are at this present moment. So this is the total alt, by the way. This is the total altcoin market. Total altcoin market is at $641 billion. That's all it is. Do you understand what that means? That means the alts are taking a bigger hit than anything else. Some of the new projects are doing okay, but most of the alts are getting annihilated. Annihilated. Ethereum to BTC. I drew this long time ago. And I left it there as well. This is the target to beat, create a new all-time high on ETH. So this is where Ethereum versus Bitcoin. I know a lot of people are talking about, and this one actually I bought out for somebody else because they were talking about, oh, Ethereum's doing really well against BTC. Is it? Sorry, somebody explain to me, is it? Because I don't see it doing any well, right? Since, what was it? Since 14th of May, it's not really doing that well. So I don't know why you're getting all excited. You look here and here, there's a huge difference, bro. So I just wanted to talk about that. It's not doing anything. Why do people just give this wrong information? I mean, I'm sure he saw it somewhere. Someone's just talked about it without showing you the chart. How is it doing anything? What, you're going to look about the few Satoshis here? I mean, we're talking about here where you can have 0.8% of a Bitcoin for one Ethereum. And currently, you're here where you can get 6% of a BTC for one Bitcoin. Which is better, this or this? So how is it doing really strong? I mean, just because you had a little bit of a pump here, but that's minor. That's minor. It totally depends on how much more money is going into Ethereum and how much is not going into Ethereum. We could definitely see this change. By the way, don't get me wrong on this one. Let me explain something to you, right? If EIP 1559 comes in and we have this particular level here, we could easily see this shoot up. If we start seeing fee burning and Ethereum disappearing, then you'll see this dominance. It could shoot up, and I've even expected, I said, you know what, I personally think that Ethereum, we could even go up to here, even further, right? We can actually do this. So we could easily see, you know, for example, maybe even like this is showing 12%. I'm expecting 20%. 20%. We could see 5 Ethereum buying 1 whole Bitcoin. Imagine that. That would be awesome, right? So that's what I'm thinking. I think if EIP 1559, which is due next month, between the 3rd and the 5th, the reason is it's got to activate on a specific block. When it activates on that specific block, then we'll basically see that the Ethereum, you know, things change. But again, it's not going to be overnight. You got to understand, it's not going to be overnight. The Ethereum will come in, the blockchains will activate, everything will activate. It's going to take some time until everybody gets done, maybe a month or 2, maybe end of a year as well. You know, give it 5-6 months, and then we'll see the network effect. The network effect doesn't happen on one single day. You know what I mean? It doesn't happen on one single day. So we'll see all of those things very soon. Ethereum. You guys could curse me if you want. We drew this box just a few videos ago, and I said this is what we're expecting, and this is where we are. Boom. Curse me if you want. Curse me if you want. But the point is this is what we're expecting. Now, if we expected this and we said this is the bottom range, then guess what? We are expecting a $1,400, 1,440 something like that, similar, 1,450 or something. What is that? 1,450. We're expecting a 1,450 Ethereum. 1,450 Ethereum expected. That's bad. You know, people talking about BTC, right? You know, oh, would you get double bottom and this and that? Look, we'll have 1 bottom, 2 bottom, 3 bottom, 4 bottoms now. We've touched this side 4 times. You know what that means? That means we're going down. I can now tell you that this is saying bear market's in. This is indicating we're in a bear market. We're about to go into a bear market. Unless, and this is the only last pinch of hope, right? Like a pinch of salt, like that grain of salt. The last pinch of hope. If the market decides to flip and we have what's known as a white swan event, everybody comes in and says, you know what, through everything else, we're going to pump the market. Then we can see this whole market be right now. I see this actually coming to the point where it might actually have a dump, and if this does, Ethereum dump's going to be severe, by the way. Ethereum dump's going to be severe. Last time Ethereum dumped, I'm going to show you this. Insane, so you understand what I'm talking about, right? Last time Ethereum in 2017 went to $1,400. From $1,400 it went all the way down to what was it, $79. $79. Do you understand what that means? Went from $1,400 to $79. Imagine this, we go back to the $79. Ethereum dumps are severe. Trust me, they are severe. You think they're very volatile. You haven't seen anything yet. You know, Bitcoin's the most volatile. No. Ethereum is a lot more volatile. At least BTC has been consistent, right? Where it goes up 100%, comes down 90% or 80%. We can see a pattern there. This, no, it's on another level. It's on another level. It could make you or break you. And also, like, let's talk about Ethereum while we're here, right? So we've got EIP 1559 coming, we've got the staking protocol coming, but we've got a massive, there's one thing I need to tell you about this one, right? So this is my own opinion, not a financial advice, just my kind of conspiracy theory. I've got a feeling a lot of institutions and whales are buying a lot of Ethereum and they're going to be staking them. They're going to be staking them because they're going to be earning money. See, while everybody's burning fees, they're going to be holding on to the Ethereum. They're going to have a few plus points, a few pros. Number one, you're going to burn Ethereum. They're going to be holding on to the Ethereum. Understand this. They are going to get rewarded for doing transactions. You are not. While they're staking, obviously that's the reward, right? That's what they're getting. They're holding on. The Ethereum will appreciate while everybody else depreciates. So not depreciate, but like while you lose your Ethereum or you burn fees and whatnot in this and that, helping the network, and the network dilutes the system, right? Keeps on diminishing, right? So, you know, where it becomes a deflationary. Well, the people who are staking it, it's not deflationary for them. It's inflationary for them because they earn Ethereum. It's deflationary for you, the user. So if institutions have figured this out, as I have and a few other people have, well, guess what? Anyone who's holding on a staking protocol is going to make a ton of money, or a ton more Ethereum. Anybody who's transacting with your DeFi, NFT, or whatever Ethereum uses, well, guess what? You will be paying us, and you're the only people who are going to be losing it. If the institutions have figured it out, I'm telling you, all right, that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to be stashing a lot of things. And I could personally even see a massive manipulation controlled. So, for example, there could be a handful of people with the biggest staking power. I could see happening. Because you can easily take the dominance away. And what I mean dominance from miners, right? So stakers. So if some guy is staking his 32 Ethereum, another guy comes and stakes his 3,200 Ethereum, obviously he's going to be able to take that confirmation and do this. Now, I don't know how they're going to come around this, but I have looked at some paperwork from Ethereum, something Vitalik actually pointed out. And I think they're doing some work to make it fair. So they do realize this problem as well. So I think there's a long way to go. It's not finished yet, guys. It's not finished. Even if EIP comes in, it's not finished. 2022, I think that's just going to be the beginning test phase of everything, right? Even though it's going to be live, but it's just going to be experimental. I would say 2025 is when we can expect the EIP to really show its true powers, the fee burning, everything to really show its true powers. 2025, not before that. It's a long way to go because Ethereum is facing a lot of problems, especially centralization. My God, the amount of centralization. Because a lot of people, a lot of institutions are heavily interested in what do you call this? In Bitcoin. Sorry, not Bitcoin, Ethereum. Okay, my bro, coming back to you. 1 second. So you are confused. Okay, you are confused. So let's unconfuse you, my bro. Let's unconfuse you. Let's have a look at your message first. Right. Maybe you can give percentage how likely. Okay, yeah, we can do that. We can do that. No worries. Okay, we can do that. Right. So sorry, I wasn't looking at the message. I just saw the notification. All right. So let me explain what I meant by expect the dump to be over on the 19th of July. So the dump we're talking about is a continuation, right? Is this particular level here? It's a continuation of this level, right? So when we look at this area, so this is the zone we drew. Remember, we were drawing some zones and we said, okay, this is what happened on this particular day, this is what happened on that particular day, and we did all of these long drawings. Remember, we're looking at the how many percentage each market and everything, how much changes it was doing. Remember, this is some insane stuff we did. We said, okay, this is the percentage we went, this is how high we went, right? And we're doing these maths and calculations, and we said that there is a dump, right? We can expect a dump, but based on certain mathematics, right, it says that this dump should continue from, so when this dump started around here, this level here, when we confirm the dump is starting here, from that point, right, so we're looking at this maths here, we're saying from this point, the dump should be expected to be over by a specific date, and we expected that date to be here, and we're only going by the previous history, by the way. So we're following previous trend, and we're saying if we put this on this chart, what can we expect if we did have a similar thing to 2013 or even 2017, right? That's what we did here, nothing more. We can't predict it, but we're saying expect this dump to be over by this based on previous facts that we have already put on to the on a video, right? So have a look at that video. So what we're saying is this continuation of a dump, this downward trend, right? So imagine this, right? Let me just do it this way. Let's put a line here. So this continuation, this dump was, this is the dump expectation. So there's a level of dump. Dump is not continuously. So for example, what I mean by that, let me explain this. Right, this is insane. You're gonna call me a nutter. Because look, guys, listen. I do have issues. I can't explain everything properly. I'll try my best here. So the point I'm trying to make here, this is the dump. All of this is the dump. Dump stops. This means it's a dump between here to here. Is a percentage dump. So the dump we expected, right? So for example, the dump we expected was this, right? We expected to see this dump here, which is going to be a 50% dump from this particular point. Actually, no, it's a little bit more. Go here, right? From here. So we expected, yeah, 50% dump up to here. So that is our 50% invalidation dump. Remember, we talked about this on other charts as well. So that was our 50% invalidation dump. Sorry, we had that. Now, after this particular dump, Can we dump even further? Of course. Now we dump even more. We dump. But this is not dump. Okay, I know this is confusing to you, right? This is considered a dump. This area here is considered a dump. So this yellow line here, for example, this area, all of this area is considered a dump until the 19th. That's the dump. 19th was because obviously we close our candle 19 at 1 a.m. right? So that was the candle. So this is more like a weekly, and I'll show you this on a weekly and you'll understand what I mean. Right, this was our bottom of the channel, right? This is it. Expect the dump to be over. That was it. So here, this one here, this is our 12th to 19th candle, and this is our new candle which opens up. What's going on here? Well, they're showing 19th. Anyway, that's fine. That's because of our stupid timetable difference, right? Because we're UTC +1. That's what it is. But the point I'm trying to make here, this is it. That was it. Expect this dump. This was the dump I'm talking about. So the difference between here, coming down here, that's the dump. That's your 50% invalidation, right? 50% invalidation. So, you know, we've got it currently here. So, for example, if I took it here and I put it down here, I don't know if you could see this. Let me change the color for you. You might be able to see it. Hold on. Let me white. Boom. No, not this one. What the hell's going on? Hold on. Let me change this label. Yeah, there you go. White. Boom. So I hope you can see this 51%, right? But the point I'm trying to make here is that was the difference. You know, when you look at this, this is where you can see that we've had a 51%, 50%, whatever. That invalidates this bull run. Once the bull run is invalidated, right? And this is for the new guys here, obviously, KR, obviously, bro. It doesn't mean it's like this is the level of like, okay, from here to here we expect this dump, we come up to here and that's it. Now we do one of two things. One, we can do a reversal. We can do a reversal here, right? But this is too quick, too soon, and it's impossible. Understand where I'm coming from? So a reversal right now is impossible. What can we expect in the short term? Well, more, we can expect this to go and support these bottom ranges. We can expect to have buy orders at these particular levels. And if we are going to do some percentage on these, then what I could say is, for example, we're here right now. This is the bottom of the box. So we're using this box here. Remember this box here. And if we use this box here and we say, okay, what's the worst case scenario we could expect? We could expect here another 33% basically from where we are today. That would be it. Now, if I was to go in and put a buy order, then I'll have a buy order around this 25k, around the middle of this particular area. I'll have a buy order here, which is showing currently at pretty much on the dot 5, right? It's pretty much 25k. So at 25k, I'll have a buy order, and here I'll have a buy order at the 20k, right? So these are the two levels I will personally have a buy order at, just in case. These are not ones that I would expect to fulfill, but I'll just put one down anyway, just for the sake of it, right? The reason I'm saying it's impossible for us to have a point where we can start moving back up. So why don't we all of a sudden just shoot back up there? It's not going to be possible, because you've got to see the difference. You've got to see how much money left the market. We expect that same money to come back in. What we have to do then is give it enough time to at least go to October. So that's why we've got an expected reversal. Now, we're not going to do it this particular way. We might end up doing it this way. So watch this, right? This is why I will show you this. We might go like this within the zone, because this zone is going to be hard to break. And once we break that, then we start moving towards this. That's going to be the breakout. The breakout doesn't have to be at this line. It doesn't have to be at this line or this line. The breakout could be higher here, higher here. But whenever we do see that one breakout, it's going to be a massive candle, right? Similar to one of these green ones. We're going to see a massive candle that pushes everything up. We're going to have a lot of volume coming in on that same one single day. That's what we're going to be looking at, right? I hope that kind of makes sense to you. So that's what we're going to be seeing basically. That's what I'm expecting, at least, right? So I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, you know, why did I put that thing there saying dump is over? So there's two reasons here. Number one, obviously we're tracking the previous history and we're saying this was the level of dump previously. So let's put this on this here and let's see if we can predict. So we're using a predictive model from the previous history. That's all we're doing, nothing else. Number two, what we're doing is we're also using percentage, and we're saying, okay, if this was a bull flag and we had to invalidate this bull flag, because this is technically a bull flag, as you can see, like, look at this. This is a flag, right? So if this is invalidated, what point does it get invalidated? Well, exactly at this particular price, because we had our 50%. So this today would invalidate it. And when it invalidates, it's like an avalanche effect, right? And I was going to talk about this as well, and I'll show you what I mean. Let's go back to daily. show you this. I'll leave the drawings on just so you can see, guys, because it is very important that you do understand how the system works, right? So now we've got this situation where, you know, we've come into the doomsday scenario. Bitcoin has just collapsed its bull flag and 50% is complete, and Bitcoin now is coming into this particular area. So this 25k would be the doomsday. So we come into the doomsday now, and now Bitcoin's just going to crash down. What happens then? It's very simple. A lot of the shorts are going to start winning. So anybody who's doing leverage trading, options, futures, they're going to start winning. If they're playing the opposite direction, they're going to be winning. Any bulls are going to get liquidated. And what happens when you get liquidated? Everybody else gets liquidated. This is like a cascading effect, right? Everyone just starts going. So for example, if we had a liquidation event here, then it just keeps on going down until, you know, the bulls pick up. And this is why your buying orders should be below here, should be below here, around these areas, so that you could be the bull that picks up those dips, right? That's what you do. And then if we do reverse, of course, we're going to face massive resistance. Because remember, there are a lot of people sitting around here who've lost steam. This is losing steam. You lost steam, you know? And we've got to also remember bears, right? Bears. I love the bears. They come out of hibernation at the wrong time. Go back to hibernation. But the point is, look, from here to here, bears were getting destroyed. Now bears are in control because people run out of steam. And it only takes a few small handful of institutions basically come along and, kind of mess with the system, right? I mean, if they do it on chain, of course, you know, if they do it on chain, this is what happens. But so far, nobody's actually done anything on chain from what I can see. I would love for them to come and buy on chain. Oh my God. Imagine they go on a spot market and they buy without OTC. That's on another level. You know, also this 2.5, I don't know where he got it. Like we talked about earlier on to the beginning of this this whole video. Probably someone just did some OTC. Let me have a look at this. Okay. No, so if you're holding it, bro, you're fine. So with Ethereum staking, that's where you're gonna make money. Right? Ethereum staking. Now, listen to this carefully, right? So in the beginning, when Ethereum F2.0 was announced, we didn't know about staking or anything. I mean, well, we knew about staking, but we didn't know when it's going to start or who's going to start it. And some, you know, guys came in and they started a nice little Ethereum staking pool and everything. And people started working on all of this stuff. But one second, let me get a drink. Okay, let me say this. So when Ethereum launched its F2.0 protocol and says, right, we need to get XYZ amount of supporters, people locking their F2.0 for us to get the consensus and move forward. That was it. It was like a voting system. Most people jumped on without ever knowing when the Ethereum staking will be activated. Then Ethereum staking did get activated. And then, you know, as soon as it got activated, some people started seeing some rewards, and that was by the help of other protocols and even exchanges. Actually, some of the exchanges, they created something called BETH, right? BETH or something, right? Similar like this, right? Now that was basically like a dummy token, because you're not going to be able to get your Ethereum back, so they gave you 1 for 1 just in case. As long as you hold that, you're still getting rewarded, right? So that's what a lot of people did, you know, and people are still benefiting. And there are companies like Anchor Protocol, Rocket Pool. These guys, what they're trying to do is basically allow people to put less than 32 Ethereum into a staking protocol. And so you're going to be part of a validator node, basically, and you can earn more Ethereum. That's what they're doing. So that's fine. And if you're just a hodler, you're just holding, it doesn't affect you. What I'm saying is the guys who are users, currently, think about this. Ethereum, I think it's a week. They do like $2 billion worth of transactions a week, right? Transaction fees a week. Who do you think is spending that? People who use the DeFi protocols, who are out there, you know, blending, borrowing, scamming people, right? And all sorts. They're the ones who are burning all these fees. So people like yourself who are a hodler, like myself as well, I'm also a hodler, all right? But for me, I'm slightly a different type of a hodler. I was like, what's the point leaving it in my wallet? if it's not going to do anything for me? Why don't I just stick it into a protocol and earn some fees from it? So I'm actually part of a staking pool where I'm actually going to be getting some fees for it. So my Ethereum is working for me. For example, BTC. There are some BTCs in some places. I lock it up. And if I'm going to earn some interest on it, why not? It's not going to be all of it. And by the way, I don't do it with 99.9%, right? I only do it with about 1 to 2% of my portfolio. Rest of it, I won't bother. That the stuff I'm doing with like locking it on protocols and earning some fees and whatnot, staking rewards and whatnot, right? This is my bread and butter. That's all it is. You know, what's the harm if I can get a few more Satoshis or a few more, you know, Geth or Weth or whatever you call it, right? Right, innit? There's nothing wrong with that. That's the point here. So, no, you're going to be fine. Listen, anybody hodling, you're fine. Any coin, you're hodling, you're fine. That's a different story, right? But you can obviously make money, you know, locking it and staking it somewhere. Well, not money, but you're going to be earning a lot more, you know, in kind. So that means if you lock Ethereum, you get some more Ethereum. And the thing is obviously if you're not comfortable, you don't have to do it, you know. But a lot of what I'm saying here is a lot of whales, a lot of institutions are definitely doing this already. They are more interested, and if they do, then you see this chart here where we're looking at the Ethereum versus BTC. That's what I'm expecting, the Ethereum pump. Ethereum will be far stronger in that sense, right? Where currently you need, what, oh, God knows, I think you need about 60 of them to, or something 0.6. What is it? 12, 13, 14? 14 or 15 Ethereum. Currently, is it 15? Yeah, say about 17, 18. I think 17 or 18 Ethereum right now. Where we are right now. Yeah, 17 or 18 Ethereum for you to actually make one BTC. But if BTC, if Ethereum dominance goes above, and I'm expecting, as I said, I'm expecting it to be like more like five Ethereum for one BTC. You know, so that's the beauty about this. That's the beauty about this. That's what you got to understand. So don't worry too much about it. No one's going to lose. What I'm saying is users, spenders, anybody who's spending Ethereum are going to be losers. Remember this, yeah? Hope this kind of makes sense. All right, is there any other questions? If there isn't, we can move on to something else or just call it a day. Let's have a look. Let's see what's going on. Right, I have no idea what's going on. Okay, chat seems to be okay. Somehow I didn't disconnect today. Yeah, again, Planet X, I have no idea what you were trying to say, mate. Sorry about that. Just like, share, subscribe, smash that like button. Let's see where we go from here. What's this brother saying? Appreciated, thanks. Bro, don't worry, I'm here. Listen, I'm here, right? As I said, end of the day, we're just looking at the facts in the charts. We're looking at probabilities. We're trying to understand what the market does. You know, none of us here, nobody can be 100% expert, and nobody has a crystal ball. Nobody knows where we're going to go, right? That's the most important. Nobody knows where we're going to go. We can only, you know, say things, right? You know, regarding the market structure, you know, sentiment, the technicals, right? We can only base all of these based on previous history. We can look at the previous history and say, well, how is the growth been? What's it been doing? Has it had these kind of levels where it goes up and down, up and down, up and down? You know, what is it doing over time? Well, over time, as you can see, we're on a channel, and over time, this market has been growing. Over time, this market has been growing. You know, this has a lovely little log curve, as you can see here. We have a lovely little log curve. I'm just going to put this here just for the sake of it. There's a lovely little log curve here. Lovely log curve here. So if you look at this, you can see this curve is showing us that we're on an uptrend. So this market has a lot more room to grow. A lot more room to grow. So, you know, over time, I believe that, you know, we're going to get to 10 trillion, 20 trillion, 30 trillion. You know, but that same time, when we get to 10, 20, 30 trillion dollars, expect this. You know, for example, a can of cola, if you're paying like, I don't know, about 80 pence, 70, 80 pence now, well, expect when we hit the $20 trillion, a can of cola is going to be about $4 for you, or £4 for you. Alt's being destroyed. What you have to understand, listen, alt's being destroyed. I think you're getting confused here. You're not understanding. Look, when BTC drops by 2%, all right, everything else takes a hit. That's when alts get destroyed. That's what you have to understand. When BTC drops a little bit, right? right? Of even, for example, BTC market cap drops a little bit, what you realize, every one of these take a hit. Every one of these take a hit, right? They take a massive hit. That's what you need to understand. I mean, so far, from what I'm looking, right, what I can see right now, I can tell you one thing. This one here is holding very strong, very strong. This Cardano is holding very strong so far. You know, even though the whole market's been taking a massive, massive hit, Cardano's been holding strong because it was around $45 billion and it's holding around 35. So it hasn't really lost as much as the rest of them. Okay, that's what we got to look at. Some of these coins, I mean, they're just ridiculous. I mean, the way they've gone up and gone down is just insane. I mean, these ones, they haven't lost as much. They did lose a little bit, but not as much, right? The volume has been holding and everything been holding. So some of these coins are doing quite all right. I mean, Solana, remember how strong Solana was? Solana was damn strong against the whole market. While the whole market was collapsing, Solana was holding up very, very strong. Even now, I mean, I'm very bullish on Solana. I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, look at this. Just beautiful. This is beautiful. From nothing, Solana from nothing, right? Solana from nothing to where Solana is now, right? The high it had what was the high it had? Well, this was the peak, $55, right? And if we look back, this is December, right? On December the 28th, let's do this even better. January the 2nd, one Solana was $1.84. $1.84. And currently we're sitting, after the market crash, we're sitting at $24. You see what I'm trying to say here? So this is how good Solana's performed, right? So this is the kind of stuff like you have to look for in a lot of these stuff as well. They've been performing really well. I mean, this one, the day it launched, have a look at this. Boom, the day it launched, it went to the floor. This is the day it launched. What was the top? Let's have a look and see. What was the top? The top was $580. Where is it now? $29. $29 billion. How many people lost their money? How many $1 billion was lost here? God knows. God knows. However, I have actually looked at the technology. So the ICP technology, sorry about that, but I'm kind of nuts in that sense. I did look at the technology and I think they're building some really cool stuff actually, funnily, but they're not doing it. You see, this is the thing, they're not building anything. The other people like myself, if we go on board, we're going to build projects. So I think there's a long way. ICP, I don't know why it's even valued at that price. What are they providing? I don't see anything. They've been working on something. They've been privately funded anyway. But what I do see is there are some brand new projects trying to build on top of this. And if they build on top of this, then those companies will have some value, definitely. So that's what I'm looking at, you know. But yeah, as I said, there are others out there, different things. So yeah, let's see what happens. I mean, Tron's getting a lot of limelight recently. I mean, Tron is getting a lot of pump because USDC and which one? This one here, USDC, which is owned by Circle. This one here is moving a lot of money onto Tron and they're pumping it as well. That's what's happening here. Top coin, Terra Luna, top coin, remember. This is okay. I don't know what the hell is going on with this. This was on 28. Okay, it's dropped a little bit, but damn, it's holding. Look at this. It's holding. It's just unbelievable. It's like, I don't even know what's going on here. I mean, Pancake's taking a bit of a hit. Clay's gonna come. I think Clay's gonna come. I have no idea how they pumped it. I remember they were ranked number 8 or 9 or something like this at one point. But I think they're gonna come because this is the South Koreans and they're very how would I say, patriotic. I think they're gonna pump all of this. These guys are gonna come and pump this at some point. But again, the whole market, what you gotta look at is the 4 cents up a little bit. I need it down a little bit. I need it around 3 to 2.5 cents. I'll pick up some more, right? 2 cents would be a bonus. I'm telling you, 2 cents would be a bonus. That's what I want. Yeah. Graph. Okay, but not time yet. It's not its time yet. Not its time. Its time will come. This is a bargain. That's what I can say. This is a bargain. Sorry guys, I'm just, you know, when you get the chance, because I don't really look at these that often, but sometimes when I get the chance, I'm on it. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to kind of scout through and see what I want to do. What's next to pick up? Oh, look at this. This sushi, that's dumped a bit. That is dumped a lot, actually. That's dumped a lot. Okay, Flow's getting a bit of a hype around it. And actually currently the price is quite high. I haven't really seen much use of it. I'm seeing a lot of people using the language build protocols, but it's not as popular as Solana or Avalanche or even Cardano. So I'm not sure yet, but apparently they have a blockchain and they're going to be doing some crazy stuff. That's one to keep an eye on. I wouldn't dump anything on it. I would just keep an eye on it. I did have some. I got some as a reward or something for something, but I dumped it. I don't really keep any. Okay, somebody's been talking about this. Now, this is something I was quite interested the other day, so I checked this one. I checked on it. Okay, Harmony, you know how I feel about it. It's a good coin. Okay, Telcoin. This one has been around for some time. What they're promising sounds like a scam. I'm not joking. Sounds like a scam. And they did pump very high. If you look carefully, this is what I want to show you. They actually, from nothing, this is them, right? This is them when they launched back in 2018, right? There's nothing, flatline, and then somehow they pumped like insane and they went up there. And then they dumped harder. That's what you need to see. They pumped so high, right? This, how high did they pump? Let's have a look. Right, so because I know someone asked me recently, look, the volume was 236 billion, oh sorry, million in a single day. Crazy. It was 5 cents a coin, 5 cents a coin, and it came from 0.0002. It was nothing. It was infinite. There was nothing. You know, it was like a 2,000th of a penny or 1,000th of a penny, and it went to 0.5 cents. That's a massive increase. That's a massive increase. You know, let's have a look at this. Actually, I want to see if it does even show up on TradingView. It's on KuCoin. It actually shows up. Insane. What I want to see is this, guys. That's all I want to see. I want to see, right, from here, what was the increase? Come on, show me the increase. Let's have a look at this. Sorry, guys. Let's have a look at this. We did almost well, yeah, so basically from the April it started pumping. It did almost 945%. Insane gain, right? It pumped, but it's just one of those, is a pump and dump coin. As you can see, you know, as much as it pumped, and look at how far it's dumped now from here to here. Look at this dump, right? It dumped 82%. 82% of this fresh new money that just entered but wiped out. Be careful, guys, be careful. That's what I'm gonna say. I mean, so now it's at a penny. Just be careful. That's insane dump. So yeah, I mean, I've never been a big fan of these pump and dump coins. You know this. I don't like to shill anything on this channel, but I just thought I'll talk about, because someone asked me, they go, can you give something about Telcoin? Yeah, but what do you want me to give you? You know, that it's a pump and dump. I wouldn't join it. I don't care. I wouldn't join it even if they gave me some. I mean, if they gave me some for free, I would dump it. I wouldn't bump it. If they gave me some for free, I'll dump it and convert it into BTC and stash my Satoshis. That's what I'll be doing. I'm telling you. That's exactly what I'll be doing. So yeah, other than that, guys, if there's anything else you want me to know, I don't even know who's watching, who's not. I have no idea what's going on. But yeah, let me know if there's anything else. If not, then I think I'm going to end the stream. I don't know how long this stream has been going on for. I have no idea what's going on. Actually, let me have a look. Yeah, look what's going on. Can I see here? No, I can't see here. So what's the point? I can't even see here. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, smash that like button, share it with everybody, share it with your mom, share it with your grandma, right? You share it on your grandma's Facebook, share it on all your WhatsApp group. Get all of those people rolling. If they don't understand English, give them Google Translator and let them understand it in their own. But you share. That's what you do. You share this. Another side. Right. What's that? What's the story now? What's the story? To be honest, guys, this dump's coming. Dump's coming. Right. To be honest, this dump is coming. Expect it. And expect it to go close to the 20k. That's all I'm going to ask you. Expect it to go close to 20k. Also, one more thing as well. I just wanted to make everybody clear right now. I'm going to give you a date on this as well, so you actually know the date, right? See this particular date here, 30th of July. Expect a dump on the 30th of July, right? Expect a dump. So we're going to go on for a few days, and then on the 30th of July, expect a dip, and then a little slight pump. We're going to see, you know, this dip, and then just around this like 30th of July, or maybe in the 29th, a day or two here and there. Guys, I can't be bang on the dot, right? I don't have a crystal ball, but I can tell you this: give me 2 days, 40 hours before and 48 hours after, but expect a dump and a pump within this 4 days. This is the middle line, right? 2 days before, 2 days after. Here's the date. Mark the dates. These are every single date here is a day. 2 days before and 2 days after. Expect a pump and a dump, right? Okay, a dump and a pump, whatever you want to call it, right? These are the dates. They're marked. So these dates are significant, as you can see. I've gone further as well. So yeah, but remember, guys, the log chart, right? Our friend right now is the log chart. Okay, our friend is the log chart. Been here the whole time, you just didn't see it, right? The log chart is our friend, and right now we're holding on a Fib line, but we are going to drop down, and we are going to come and touch, probably even touch these. Maybe not, but to me it looks more like we are definitely going to do this. We've got high probability of coming down to these levels. You know, thumb's going to be good, and I think a lot of you guys who are very new to the game, I think it would be a really good experience for you as well, because a lot of people don't really understand what a dump or what a bear market feels like. Okay, what a dump or a fit, you know, you got to really understand what it feels like, and that's the key. All right, that's the key. If you can figure that out, if you understand that, you know what it, you know how it is. So another reason why I'm saying is that we never went below this, right? We never went back into this particular zone here. Currently, we are on this line here, and we're entering this zone. So this is why I'm saying we're in a bear market, guys. We're in a bear market. But it might not be one of those long bear market. Also, bro, KR, you still here? You asked me something about diminishing returns and lengthening cycles, and we talked about this, right? And I'm going to tell you this as well, right? So understand this. A lengthening cycle means that things just take a little bit longer. I'm going to try and cut it short because we got a video on this one. A diminishing return means the percentage becomes lower, but I tried to explain this to you. Of course, the returns are less because the percentage is less, right? In fact, I believe this whole was it this one or was it this one? No, it was this BLX one. This was done because of this video. That's, oh my days, this chart was made for that diminishing return and lengthening thing. So the lengthening cycle and diminishing return. This whole video was made for this. That's what it was. We calculated how long it took from each bar to each bar. That's why I made this video. So go and look at that video again. But listen, ultimately yeah, okay. So what I was saying is this is where it is. So what we're talking about, lengthening cycle means that it's going to take longer for the bull market cycles to complete. So say, for example, we did something over 4 years. Well, we could expect it to start lengthening and become more of a 5-year, maybe even a 10-year cycle, maybe even a 15-year cycle, you know, longer. It just becomes a longer, it just drags. It's one of those ones like, okay, in my lifetime, I might never see it. Maybe my children will see it. That's how it becomes to feel like, oh, this is never ending. So that's what's happening with the lengthening cycle. I'm trying to explain it in the layman's term, right? When we're talking about diminishing return, we're talking about percentage gains. So we may have had 10,000%, 20,000% gains back in the days. And then over time, it just started to get smaller. We had, you know, 1,000 or 500% or 400% or 200%. But what you have to understand, the key is not the diminishing return. That's just the percentage. It's where you are. So if you look at it over time, your return, even if it's diminishing, it's not that bad. And what we're talking about is, for example, at this particular level here, we were $213. $213. From $213, we pumped all the way to $20,000. Right? That's what we did. We did all of that, and there was a free. So from just looking at this bar here, so this box here, you can see we had a 3,000% pump here, 3,000, and this was from the halvening day. So we calculate the halvening day. We had 3,000% pump here. Obviously, on the next pump, we didn't have that, right? On the next pump, we didn't have that. So on this current pump, we only had a 1,000% pump here. So this is what I'm trying to explain here. The returns look smaller, but when you had a 3,000, you went to 20k, and then when you had a 1,000, you went from 3k to things. So when you look at it, the base price here we had $200 or $300. Here we had 3,000. When you look at that, they're different. So if we currently have a base pickup here, so for example, we picked up a new base here, and I'm just going to be kind of insane nutty here, and I'm going to say, right, we've got a new base here at 10k. If we got a new base here at 10k and we did even 500% that, then you can understand that takes us almost quite a bit actually. I mean, what's 100%? 100% that is 20k, right? And 200% of that is, what's that? Another 100% of that is what? 400k? Sorry, 40k, 50k, 80k. We're almost close to 100k. You know what I mean? Just half of previous cycle, close to 100k. So it's still pushing back up to the 100k, right? I mean, we can sit there and we can do these kind of maths, but so far, that's what it's showing us, right? So, yeah, I mean, I hope you understand. Diminishing return doesn't mean you're going to get less money. No. It just means you're going to get less percentage. That's all it is, less percentage. And I hope this kind of made sense to you, bro. What I said, like, you know, the dump, right? So, obviously, the dump is over means this top level dump is over. This mini level dump is not even going to be a dump. This is going to be people liquidated, people panicking, small fish, small fry. You know, the whales have already taken the dive, right? The whales are already gone, right? That was the dump. That was the whales. Now basically small fry. And the whales are going to be gobbling up everything here. All these small fries sitting in this blue ocean here, this blue box, this blue ocean, the whales are going to jump back up and gobble them all up and then eventually climb up again. That's what's going to happen, right? So this is why I'm expecting, based on previous fundamentals and previous things, I'm expecting the reversal to happen on approximately around the 18th of October. I might not be on the dot, but you know what? No one's seen the future. I haven't either. If I did, oh my days, imagine what I would do. So yeah, guys, I don't know why I'm even saying it. Like, share, subscribe, smash that like button. What the hell is wrong with you? Other than that, I'm not going to make this any longer. And also remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not here to advise you financially. You do you, I do me. Right? Do your own research. Always very important. And remember, these are times when we become very volatile. But the patient and the calm, the people who look at the facts, they will always win. They will always win, right? And for us, we've been planning for this for weeks. We've been planning these prices for a few weeks. A lot of people recently, we were talking, the first time I mentioned, I said 20K, and they came back and I think someone said, oh, is 20K still expected? I was like, yeah. For me, I'm still expecting a 20K. 20K was never invalidated for me. 25K was never invalidated for me. I've always kept to the numbers, whether it was the upside or whether it was the downside. I've always kept to it. I said, this is also expected and this is also expected. And to show you this, let me just show you this, right? So you understand what I'm trying to say here. Use me chart, I think it's this one. Yeah, here we go. You know, this chart was drawn time back, right? And you know, I don't have the 100K here, but the point is all the prices that we've ever expected have always been here. Every single price that we've ever expected have always been here. Boom, there you go. We've never changed. We don't change the charts. We don't go around just blanking the charts and confusing you and never referencing back to a video. Well, here I'm referencing back to all the previous videos I've ever had, and I'm telling you, every number has always been there. You know, we only change these upper lines once we hit those levels. We don't go and change and put some imaginary numbers here. But currently, we're still waiting for that 71K. And on the downside, we're still waiting for this 19,645. So I've always, held myself, whatever I've said, whenever I've said it, I've always held my place, never changed my mind. But, I don't know, some people just keep on changing their minds. I haven't. My moment, my sentiment, everything, everything I've said on the charts haven't changed. And these lines, some of them are based on fibs and maths and everything, but ultimately they're there. And if you look carefully on the 19th, this is the 19th. This is exactly when we broke this bull flag. Look at this carefully. So this is the same bull flag we drew months and months ago. You can see this was the line that we shouldn't cross, and this is the line that we crossed. First time we crossed over it was actually on the 16th of July. And then on the 19th, we just pushed through and we created this lower low, right? That's why this bull run right now is over. Okay? This is me telling you, it's over. over. You can say what you like, whoever could say whatever they like, it's over. So what am I expecting now? I'm expecting, unless we have a white swan event where the bulls come in all of a sudden, get all the money out, all the profits they took, and they pump it back up again. I don't see any way this going back up there right now. Yeah, even not right now. I mean, there are some clients who bought recently, so they bought it on a dump, and a few days ago I spoke to them and they were like, we're in profit, is it worth us just dumping all of it? I was like, yeah. This is what I said to them. I said, you know what, if you've bought it and you're in a profit, so they bought it around here, they made some profits, and around here they said we're still in profit by a couple of $100 to a couple of $1,000 per coin. So if you're saying there's going to be a dump, then why don't we just dump it now and just pick it up later? So go for it. Go for it. Just wait. Go for it. Dump it and just wait for it. Wait for it around the 25k, those two levels. Pick it up again. There's no harm in that. Of course, you're in it to make the money. Make the money. You know, I mean, we can all be bulls and everything, this and that. Big Bitcoin maximalists. But ultimately, when it comes to making money, make money. What's wrong with you? You know, that's what you're in it for. So make the money. But yeah, sorry. I think today's one was a bit long. But guys, like, share, subscribe. I'll see you on another one. I'm gonna call it quits. Bloody back hurts. But I hope this was informative. I hope everybody enjoyed what was there. I have no idea how many people were even on the actual stream or anything like that. But I just wanted to say thank you if you come to the stream. Appreciate you coming and supporting the channel. If you hit the like button, I really do appreciate those as well. It does help. But you know, look, I don't claim to be a TA guy. I always tell you guys I work on data. I do know how to do it, but I don't claim to be. I'm not going to be the best. You know, some people might find me BS. Some people find what I'm talking about BS. But I won't talk from my heart or anything like this unless I actually facts. So as long as I can see some confidence and facts on the charts, then I'll talk about it. If not, then there's no point. You know, I don't want to be the other guy. I don't need my face on the camera for you guys to say, oh yeah, we know who this guy is. I need that guy. I'm not here for the fame. I'm just here to help a small community. I hope everybody finds that and finds value. And if you do find value, then support the channel by just a simple like, share, and subscribe. That's what you need to do, nothing else. I mean, there are some guys who are actually members. So recently I changed the membership and they became members just to support the channel. Can you imagine this? You know, they are now members just to support the channel. So that just shows appreciation. It's like, you know, even though previously I had a few members, I actually kind of, when I stopped the membership previously, I refunded everything back to them. After that, some of the guys have come back. As soon as I reopened it, they came back. They're like, bro, we're not in it for your membership perks and this and that. We just want to support you. It's like, wow, okay. I don't need you to support me. They're like, no, we're supporting the channel. We're not supporting you. You bloody don't need it. I don't need it, but I need the channel. So, you know, let's grow this together. Let's grow this community together. We're going to go to 1 million subscribers very soon. Soon we're going to have live streams with 20,000 people watching it. That's what we're going to do. 20,000 people's watching it. I might have a robot. I might have an algorithm. Another one, guys. Thank you very much. Adios, man.